So you want to take your sampling to the next level? Let's get into it. Let's just adjust the beginning right away. Perfect. Basically what I do when I'm not chopping on beat, I'm basically creating one shots of the different sounds of the song. And I'm gonna explain while I chop, and you get what I'm talking about. I think we're actually gonna start. We're actually gonna start here. So for the first chop, I only want this. Then for the second, I want this kind of guitar riff that comes right afterwards, that is pushed a little bit in the background. The second chop has a beginning. If you listen, it kind of has a beginning where the guitar note plays a little bit louder than the other ones. And therefore I want the third chop to be the next beginning of the next kind of section. We don't have to think about the rhythm or the beat. We don't have to think about how this is gonna fit into 4 bars, because we can make it fit. We can always play 2 chops right after each other. We can pitch it down. There are a lot of ways how we can make this work afterwards, but that is not on our mind right now. Right now we just want to chop it, just try to get something cool out of it without overthinking how you chop it. For example here, this chop goes like this, and after this a more quiet guitar comes, which sounds like this, before the next big part guitar starts. So we just have this. But for now I think this is a pretty cool chop that we definitely could use if... So what I'm looking for is kind of hits, I'm looking for as if I'm chopping on thresholds, that's kind of what I'm doing, but manually, and also with the ability to chop stuff out like this. That's kind of the way I like to do advanced chopping, to get a little bit more out of a sample than just chopping it on beat. Stuff like this is also something I really like to chop out. Things that I could use as a one shot later on, just like this. Now we got through the whole sample. It looks like this, the chops are not even. It's like it got a little bit even over here because that's how I like the chops, but we got some small chops, we got some big chops. It is a little bit more time consuming, but often it can be a little bit more rewarding, and you can get more things or more potential out of one sample. So yeah, let's just make this a new program. Actually, I want this to be pad parameters so we can layer it later on. Go to main. I think actually we're gonna layer on top of this, but let's start off with pitching this thing. Okay, I think this is actually the direction we're going. So basically, I just want to play this chop. You know, it's a long chop, and that is also, you know, stuff like this. I don't have to do chops in the middle of this. If I was chopping this on beat, you know, this would have been 4 different chops, but I don't want that. So therefore, I can now just repeat this. Then layer some of the other chops on top of that. So let's find the tempo of this. '82. I think I like 85 a little bit more. But let's record. And the thing I like to do now is to a little bit change up on every second bar. And I like to do this part on the computer because I think it's a little bit easier. And you know, it's just how I like to work with the MPC Studio, because it actually allows me to use this device with my computer as if I was working in a DAW, which I personally just like to do. We could try this too. Yeah, I think this works. I actually think I want to copy this this program, so let's do that. Basically, we just go to edit, program, and duplicate to new, and now we got track 2, which is empty with the same chops, and we can play it on top of each other. You know, and I think I want to go to this page because we got a little bit more high-pitched guitar chops. Okay, so let me just put down the first thing I want to add, and it is this chop right here. Let's just record that right in. And you can see that this chop goes into the next bar, which we don't want. And I'm sure there are other ways to do this than doing what I'm gonna do, but the way I usually do this is just by putting in another note and take the velocity down the whole way, so it sounds like this. Stops right away. Okay, I think I want to put this right in here, you know, just without playing it. I don't have to play everything. I like to use my computer when I have it. I think this works pretty good here actually, so let's just record that. You know, this kind of works because we got this kind of riff twice, so you know, it's pretty cool when it just follows or comes right after each other. Okay, let's find another chop. Okay, I'm just gonna do this so we can work with this side of the beat. Oh, this is actually pretty cool because we get this finger sliding on the side of the guitar, which, you know, just makes it a little bit more realistic and gives it some texture. Very subtle. And it stops perfectly. Let's record that. Okay, I think we got the main part down, or the main pattern. You know, this is what I love about chopping my sample this way, because I can just, it's really easy to layer the same sample or the same song as a sample on top of each other. Of course, this chopping technique works the best for exact this, you know, guitar beats with different riffs and patterns playing, you know, it just makes it easier because we don't have a lot of things going on, and by this we can layer these things on top of each other. You know, I just love these kind of samples that are very dry and just gives me a melody which I can chop up and, you know, work with. Let's try to go maybe down to -5 on both tracks and see how that sounds. Okay, I like this. So yeah, that's all I have for you today. You know, I'm not gonna add drums right now because I will do a video on that, and I will just use this exact beat for that. This video is just about how to get a little bit more advanced when it comes to chopping and what kind of possibility it gives you.